Yo, what's up, everyone? My name is Cody Jones, and today I'm going to be giving my review and rate on Hulu's movie Grimcutty. Now, usually I don't review or even watch cheesy ass movies, but when I saw the trailer for this, it looked actually really interesting to check out, especially since I'm not going to judge a movie that I haven't seen, but I decided to watch it. But before we get into my review and my breakdown of what I think of the movie, I want you guys to subscribe, hit the bell notification, hit that like button, fucking punch that shit like it ain't no thing. Punch that like button like it fucking slapped your mama. And also, share this video. Share it with your friends. Share it with your freaking barber. Share it with anyone and everyone, you feel me? Also, before I even talk about this movie, I have a podcast. Yeah, it's on Spotify. The J&D podcast. Check that shit out, man. It's dope. I have a very interesting episode coming in this Sunday. Check that shit, man. Listen to it on Spotify and a bunch of other streaming apps that play podcasts. This episode is going to be really dope. But enough of the chitter and the chattering. Let's get it cracking, dog. Now, if you don't know what Grimcutty is, basically it is a monster movie kind of. It's a little bit like a Slender Man kind of movie thing, where it's like it's created over the internet and it has people like mostly youngsters freaking doing all kinds of like challenges and making them do shit like terrible things. Some of y'all might remember that that one incident with some girl stabbing her friend because of a Slender Man or something. Yeah, I thought the whole thing was fucking stupid. But no, apparently Grimcutty is basically like a monster that makes people do challenges such as like cutting themselves or cutting their friends or killing themselves or killing their families, killing their friends, that kind of shit. You guys kind of know the deal about that whole bullshit going on social media. Well, basically, it starts off with a boy who ends up being locked into his closet because of his mother. Like, this kid freaking sees a giant fucking ugly looking motherfucker. You guys can check out the images of Grimcutty. It's fucking weird looking, but it caught my attention because of how it looks. But like the story basically talks about Asha, this ASMR inspiration YouTuber who catches wind of the story because the boy that was locked in his room ends up stabbing his mother. Spoiler alert if you guys never seen it. As a matter of fact, this video is going to be containing some spoilers. Some of you might be interested, some of you might not want to be interested. So you might want to skip forward a bit. But yeah, man, from what this movie talks about, it's really interesting because, like, the take that it really gives, with, like, people being so addicted to their phones, to their laptops, PlayStations, Xboxes, like, a bunch of people really addicted to their technology and doing a lot of challenges that they see on social media. Some of you might have known about some of the dumb shit that uh, people have done because of challenges, like the Tide Pod challenge, the cinnamon challenge, the fucking cooking chicken with cough syrup challenge, that kind of bullshit. Some of you guys probably know about that, all that madness that people are fucking doing, all because of TikTok. And if you guys fucking create those kind of TikTok videos, stop it. Just fucking stop it, alright? That shit ain't good. That shit ain't cool. It ain't popular. It ain't popping. Just stop, okay? It's fucking stupid. Do something more creative, like fucking jumping on top and off of milk crates, something that isn't going to put you or anyone else in danger. Stop that bullshit. Right? And also, put those fucking Tide Pods down. Don't eat that shit. It's fucking disgusting. Don't do that. So basically, Asha ends up catching wind about it and becomes a victim of this whole Grimcutty thing. And her family are completely paranoid, and the way they broke it down in the movie, basically their worries and concerns are what fuels this thing to continue to kill and harm kids. So another thing that this movie does talk about is the way that it talks about children killing themselves and shit, which is very depressing, very upsetting, because it really turns the social media addiction, technology addiction, the withdrawals from technology, and also delves into the issue of suicide and doing challenges that are not good, that kind of shit. So the way that they project it into something like that, it's really interesting, especially with the fact that the boy that was locked away was held captive, trapped in his room, starved and everything because of his mother, and she ends up spreading the whole Grimcutty story and image and like a fucking virus, just sharing it with everyone so that everyone else catches wind of it. It's like everything bad that she's witnessed, she's just fucking shoving it into other people's faces and making them catch attention to it. Again, a little bit similar to the Slender Man, how one story ends up spreading because of another, and then another, and another, and becomes this whole wildfire of a issue. You feel me? So, storyline, it's interesting. It has its flaws here and there. It's all in all, the movies, it's cool. It's okay. It's decent. I love the way the Grimcutty looks and the way they try to project the drama of the parents versus the children. The children trying to make their parents open their eyes and see what's going on, and the parents not listening and thinking that it's just them being dramatic or some shit. Which, this movie does project some issues going on, and I'm probably reading too much of it. I'm probably reading too much of this shit, but some of it did make sense, and some of it really did, keep my attention. And the way the story was going caught my attention. The way everything looks, the way the storyline itself goes. The acting, all in all, was good. It was enjoyable. The way the girl who plays Asha and Kamran and the family and everything, the acting was good. I'll give them that. The storyline, a little bit patchy, a little bit, and all that. The Grimcutty monster, again, that's one of the things that made me rewatch this shit because the way it looks. It's kind of like a Nightmare on Elm Street kind of thing. How their fears are what feeds Freddy. Well, the parents' worries are what fuels the Grimcutty. So, all in all, what I can say about this movie is it's decent. The story is okay. So, I guess out of 5, I'd give it a 3.5. That's a little bit generous, if you ask me. But all in all, man, this movie was interesting. It was worth watching one time. I completely